I need to build a burn barrel. That seems like a pretty simple project, but it's amazing how you can forget things even in the simplest of projects. So I looked online just to make sure I wasn't forgetting anything. As it turns out, I was. So you need to punch a series of holes around the perimeter of your burn barrel. Maybe a 1/4 inch or something like that holes. Maybe larger. But something in the neighborhood of 0.2 to 0.3 inches per hole, and a line of them or double line of them all the way around should let in enough air to support the burning. So you need that just a few inches above the bottom. But one thing that I wasn't considering, and I should have been, because it rains a lot around here, so you need some holes in the bottom too for drainage. And so you'll need to set the burn barrel on some 2 or 3 concrete blocks or something like that to space it up off the ground. And the holes need to be a little bit bigger than the air holes so that they're not as likely to get clogged. And so I found that out, or was reminded of that when I looked it up online. And the instructions online said to punch a few 1/2 inch holes in the bottom. Punch or drill. I think they were leaning towards drilling as being the best method. But I decided that 0.45 inch is pretty close to a 1/2 inch. And, instead of punching, say, 4 1/2 inch holes, I could probably punch 6 0.45 inch holes, and that would do a pretty good job. So to that end, I brought my cobbled together 45 ACP Blackhawk with the 10-inch barrel. I figured that would work pretty well for punching said drainage holes. And I grabbed some random ammo to load it with, and one of those rounds is one that I picked up off the paved road, and it had been run over. And I knew when I picked it up that I was going to fire it at some point, but I wasn't sure what I would fire it in. I was thinking about firing it in my High Point 45, but the problem is those are some pretty deep dents, and they could have some grit lodged in them, even though I tried to clean it up pretty well. But the problem is any grit that's trapped in there the case will be moving while it still has pressure, because it's a blowback pistol, and that could scratch my chamber. So I decided that the revolver would be a better way to go, since the case is not going to be moving, so therefore it's not going to scratch the chamber. And I actually had to run it through a sizing die. If you can see the shiny spot right there, had to run it through that sizing die because it wouldn't fit in the chamber. But once I ran it through the sizing die, it fit fine. Of course, who knows? Another thing is that might not even function in an auto pistol, but it'll certainly function in a revolver. So let's punch some drainage holes. One of them didn't go. I bet it's the one that got run over. Oh well, 5 holes will probably be enough. Yeah, it is the one that got run over. No, it's not either. Nope. I tried it twice. That's a steel case, and it did not want to eject. Of course, that ejector rod and shroud fits a Bearcat 22 caliber, small frame 22 caliber, because they were on sale for dirt cheap, and they're steel. Unlike, you know, the shroud and everything is steel, unlike Blackhawk stuff, most Blackhawk stuff. Now you can get some steel Blackhawk shrouds, but they're a lot more expensive. And so I figured this will work, you know. I tell you what, if this Blackhawk won't light off this round, I don't think anything will. So I'll probably break it down. And there, that's the one that was all dented up. You can barely see the dents anymore because it blew them out. Yes, I knew it would. So anyways, I was saying though about the Bearcat ejector rod is it's a little bit short, and because it's smaller than a Blackhawk ejector, and this barrel is actually larger diameter than most Blackhawk barrels. It's not a factory Blackhawk barrel. In fact, it's from a 45 caliber rifle barrel of some sort. I don't know what it came from, but the guy that gave it to me said that, and this is the length it was, but I made it fit the Blackhawk. But he said he thinks it came from some sort of rifle. But anyway, so that Bearcat ejector is both short and it binds a little bit at the bottom. So it works, but it's not perfect. So anyway, let's carry on with the other holes. You can see that there are 5 holes in there for drainage. And I've already shot 1 hole into it just to make sure that the gun I was using would make holes in it, because I've shot one of these with a 22 before and had it barely able to penetrate one side. This one actually penetrated both sides. So let's carry on with that. Okay, since I started with a home-built gun, let's continue with a home-built gun, a different one. The 2B22. See that hole? That's an exit wound. Now we're only going to do 10 shots at a time because of, you know, reasons. Oh, maybe 6 shots at a time. I guess that was it. Yeah, it's locked open. Yeah, that's probably good enough. Thanks for watching.